Hi everyone, so in today's video I'm going to talk about how I get from a chair to the floor. Now there's a lot of reasons you'd want to get onto the floor. That you might have a big craft project on the go that requires a lot of floor space, or you may have a family game night. Sometimes we do those on the floor because we need the floor space. Maybe you need to fix the TV and you need to get underneath the television to sort out all the cables. So it's a good thing to be able to do, it's a good thing to have the freedom to do. So the first method out of three is one that is best used by people who can't quite bend at the hip like I do. And this requires a sofa or a bench or anything that's a little bit lower than your chair that is quite sturdy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse and get into sort of a perpendicular angle to the sofa, so 95 degrees like this, sorry, 90. And what I'm going to do is, if you've got flip up foot plates, I'd flip them up and bring your feet down. Or if you've got rigid foot plates like me, put them over the edge like this. And then I sort of swing myself so I'm at a 45-degree angle to the sofa. And I'm sort of on the edge of my seat. Bring my feet out as far as I can. And now the idea of doing a chair to floor is to basically lower yourself down as much as you want, as much as you can, to get to the floor, but do it slowly. What you don't want to do is fall down and hit your backside and cause some damage. Maybe a pressure sore here and there. That's what you don't want. So we want to controlled falling. So what I do with this is put my hand on either my cushion or on my chair frame, and I put the other one onto the sofa as far away as I can from myself, as far over as you can bend. Then just sort of lean forward a little bit and you'll feel yourself sliding off really slowly. Make sure this is really controlled. And then you're going to sort of catch yourself like this. If your knees fall over like mine do, it's fine. Just sort of go into it like this. Sort of lean into it as you go in, and then slowly put yourself onto the floor. Now, that's a good way of doing it. Again, it requires a sofa, and the second one will as well, or a bench or something like that. If you're out in the park, you can use a bench. So, if I do a floor to chair, get myself back up. Another thing you can do, which is sort of the mid-range option, is to get onto the sofa first. This is good practice for doing the third option, and you'll find out later. So what I'm going to do now is do a conventional chair to floor, but doing it on the sofa, which is lower, close to the floor, so it's easier, and it's also not going to move like a chair would. Some people, when they're doing chair to floor, they're worried about the chair tipping forward because they're putting so much of their weight to the front of the chair. You don't have that issue with the sofa. So what I'm going to do, if I'm doing this on the sofa, is to put myself at a 45-degree angle to the sofa, towards the front. Bring my feet out a little bit, and then what I'm going to do is lean forward as much as I can. If you can bend at the hip, that's really helpful. Put your hand on the floor as far away from yourself as possible, and put your other hand as far underneath yourself as possible. And the more you can lean, the further you can bring your hand in. Okay, so hands in, hands on the floor, and then just slowly bring yourself over the edge and controlled fall onto the floor. That's the second one. I'll just get back up into my chair again. Okay. Now the third option is from your wheelchair onto the floor. My wheelchair is quite high up, and for some reason it's not actually tippy from the front, so I can get quite far out, even with the casters facing backwards, which is supposed to be less stable. For some reason, I'm still able to get quite far and not tip my chair forward. I think I can get a little bit there, but not that much. So I'd watch out for that with your chair. It might be a little bit different from mine. So again, put your feet on the floor. If you do have flip foot plates, make sure they're way out of the way. Again, get to a 45 degree angle to your chair at the front. And this one you're going to have to bend over quite a way for. So I'll grab my frame here like this. You can also grab your cushion, anywhere that's sort of high up on your chair. I'll lean over, put my hand onto the floor. As I say, you need to be able to bend quite a way at the hips for this. And then slowly drag yourself off of the seat. And then as soon as you have left it, you want to slowly bring yourself down. I've sort of put my elbow on the seat cushion to sort of allow myself to fall shorter. Gives me more purchase, and I'm on the floor. So those are the 3 ways of getting from your chair to the floor. I hope you found this helpful, and thank you for watching.